You're listening to the All Burgundy and Go Everything Commanders post-game show powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia. In the season opener, the Commanders defeated the Cardinals 20-16. I don't know if I'm hyped about it. It's all good. I'm Wole. I'm joined by my co-host Ray and Glenn. We also have a special guest. He's a former Washington Redskin. He's also won a Super Bowl. He's also a Super Bowl champion with the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's welcome Bashaud Breeland to the show. Bree, help us break this game down, homie. What's good, my man?
What's up? How y'all doing? It was a good game, though. It was a defensive game. I like how they play big but don't break defense. They made keep plays at the end of the game to really seal the game. That's when you need defense to step up the most. But if I was y'all, I'd be excited about what y'all saw.
Okay. So, I mean, Bree was like text a little bit in the beginning. I was like, all right, he had Sam Howell got turnovers, but you like the boy. So let the folks know, like, what's your thoughts on Sam Howell, his performance?
No, he played good. I like how he sat in the pocket in the beginning. He kind of got a little flustered as the offensive line broke down towards the end, but he said in there. And as far as the running, I felt like he saved those running backs until the end to really see the game. That's the style of game that he played. Let the quarterback put it in the quarterback hands. Let him see what he can do. See what we can take from that, and then we go from pass to pound.
So Ray, how was your, if you had to assess the quarterback play, Sam Howell? I mean, he was under 200, like 199, threw for 199 yards, a touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a pick, and a fumble. How would you grade his performance? Right.
I'm gonna give him a C just because the miscues. However, he's a rookie. He's essentially a rookie. He's still learning. I think this was a great experience going against a tougher than expected defense. Although I called it before the show, fam. I'm just saying. I said
you did. You kept the 100. You did.
And I knew it. And I think it's a good experience for him to be able to get a W in a game where he didn't play his best. But I also like the risk he takes. I know sometimes people probably are scared when he drops back and he goes over the middle. But only throw I didn't like was the one he missed Terry on over the middle. Yeah. I wish he could have hit Terry on that throw. Other than that, man, he's still learning. Only his second career start. I'm encouraged by him. He's accurate. He has heart, and he can run. He extends plays. That touchdown, he saved the game for real. Look at the touchdown he threw to Brian Robinson, going opposite way, threw it back, and then he ran in that touchdown where he could have been sacked. Bro, he should be MVP for real. As young as he is, he played with heart, and he overcame mistakes today.
Wow. All right, Glenn, how about you, my man?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Ray. Me and Ray don't always agree, but I kind of agree with Ray on this. That Sam Howell was the one who extended plays. You saw a lot from this. I use the term rookie quarterback, right? First time starting quarterback. He extended plays. He was able to run downfield. He commanded the offense, right? They was getting ready to drive again, but Antonio Gibson would fumble. We talked about this a couple of years ago. And I don't blame him. His guy punched it out. That's what the linebacker is supposed to do. But you're still supposed to secure the rock in that moment. But Sam Howell, what I like about Sam Howell that I saw was towards the end of the half, after he threw the pick, after the fumble, he was willing to come down with 55 seconds left, drove the team down the field, and they was able to get those 3 points, which turned out to be huge in this game. So he was still poised and ready to go down the field. So that's one thing you can say about Sam Howell. He wasn't bothered by the mistakes. I'm interested to hear him in the press conference, to see how he was. It's really, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, let's be honest. Today was a lot of pressure. Everybody back in Washington, new ownership, all eyes on Washington, and he came out and played. So probably one of the biggest games of his career.
Bree mentioned, like what Glenn just talked about, that last drive, at the end of the half, you just had it, like you just turned the ball over, gave up 7. Right, as a defender, right, seeing that, all right, we have an opportunity to close this game, give up no points if you're the Cardinals, and a quarterback drives down the field when it's not he has no momentum, but he drives down the field and gets 3 points out that situation to end the half. What does that do for a defense? And on the flip side, what does that do for the offense?
Get them momentum. Let's see what they can do for those. How they got down there, they can put that in, go into the half to make corrections or whatnot. And as a defense, you got to come in, and it's like we could have went in the half with no points. You feel me? It put a dent in your confidence, but as a defensive player, you're not supposed to let that rattle you. And to see a young guy as his stature going there after a mistake and still get points, you can tell that he's one of them players.
So So going into our talking about defense, man, obviously this defense stepped up in the second half, had two forced fumbles. Montez Sweat was a man child in this game. So for you, man, like you a defensive dude, bro. This is what you do. Like, how would you grade out this defense? What did you see out there from the defense?
They played on in key moments when they had to. You feel me? In Arizona, they had drives offensively. We made mistakes in the beginning, so it like put the defense in positions. But as far as like how they stood up, it was a bend don't break defense. They never gave up really touchdowns. They kept them held on the field goals. You feel me? And they gave the opportunity for the offense to get through their kinks and finally put something together to win that ball game.
Ray, what you thought about the defense? You know, Montez Sweat, 1.5 sacks. I mean, you were talking about him before the show, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I get a defense a B- or B+. I mean, while there's some things to clean up, some holes are big for James Conner at times, but just like Sam Howell talked about him, they overcame adversity. You overcame 3 turnovers by your offense. You had the field position battle that you were losing. You were losing the time of possession. The weather was bad, but they stepped up. Derek Force was out there smacking. That's a dude that I've loved since he come out. I feel like he just has that heart. You love when your DBs come to play. Jameis started out the game well too, and then that front four is where it starts. So defense is going to be fine, I think, over time. Again, this first game was important because you get to let out some of the kinks that you have, and also you get to see what you made of against a team that, again, was tougher than expected. But you know you got a tougher quarterback you playing next week, so now they can go back, look at the film, and they can start to build off this performance, as well as remembering that they have that dog to overcome that adversity.
Yeah, hey Glenn, what was your thoughts on the defense? You know, and Montez Sweat. You know what I mean?
Lights out, man. Cam Curl to me was that dog. He coming down, slapping people. He made some good tackles, and not only Cam Curl, but you look at Montez Sweat again. Montez Sweat was that guy tonight. They that big sack there in the third, I believe the fourth quarter when he held on. That was big there. The pressure they got, the defense brought the energy and excitement back into that stadium, right? The defense didn't give up. Let's not forget, defense didn't give up a touchdown today, right? The defense didn't give up a touchdown today.
That's true.
They gave up field goals. They didn't give up touchdowns. And so you saw that, and that brought life into the offense. Even with a short field, it was able to score. So, again, defense was lights out. I think every aspect of the game of defense was lights out. You look at the young man, Fobbs, right? At the end of the game, come up with a big play. Forbes come up at the end of the game, come up with a big play, right? You saw a little bit of, the play before he got turned around, right? First down. Then he's still mentally tough to come in and still close it out. And that's what you want to see from your young guys. You have some great plays. You have some, he's still a rookie. But you saw that from all aspects of the game that the Washington Commanders defense is for real.
Yeah, hey, Brent, I want to ask you about that, about cornerback play. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you're a Super Bowl winning cornerback. Like you're seeing a young dude in Forbes coming to the league, you know what I'm saying? Highly touted coming out of the SEC. One a guy who is known to get picks like that. What were your thoughts on his performance as a young boy coming into the league, and also the performance of the secondary as a whole?
I felt like they played great. To be honest, they did what they supposed to do. They didn't give up big plays, and then allowed them to score touchdowns. And they kept them in front of them. Like the play you're talking about, that where he got turned around. You're gonna have that sometimes as a DB, but you see, it never discouraged him or took him out of his game. He came back and he stood in there, and that's what most young DBs probably would have given up or something like that. But yeah, he played great. And as far as a whole, all of them played pretty well. I like what I saw.
So, like putting yourself in that, how was your first game in the NFL as a rookie? Were you nervous? Were you like calm? Whatever. What goes through the mind of a young DB for their first game in the league?
I was nervous a little bit, to be honest, but it more so like you got to step up to that moment, for real. And then the people around you, I had coach like Raheem Morris, so he wasn't about to allow you to really be, you know what I'm saying, coming there like that. There's no DB under him, so it's like the era was different. And I had a lot of older guys like Ryan Clark, D'Angelo Hall, and all those guys. So I really wasn't nervous as much because they gave me a lot of the tools to really understand.
Hey, folks, listening, if y'all got any questions for Bree, just throw them out there. We'll put it out there so we can answer it. So I'm gonna start with you, Ray. What's your main positive out of this game? We'll go to the negatives though later.
Defense.
Okay. Well, hey, Bree, start with you. Go with since you jumped out there.
Go ahead, bro. You got
it. Go.
Nah, the way y'all defense play, that's what I was telling you. Like the defense played lights out, and even though y'all had no mistakes, the game was still close. That's where you was able to put your focus more on the defense, and then they just made those splash plays at the end to really seal the deal. Like, the defense played as a whole played that game well. Like they bend but didn't break. Like when it was time to stop the run, they were able to stop the run, and Arizona was really able to get no passing for.
Now I'll give Bree credit because Bree was talking me off the ledge. I was like, I ain't a fan of this tackling. I was like, they ain't tackling out here. Bree was like, this normally happens in the beginning of the season. The first game of the season, this normally happens. I was like, they ain't Arizona smacking folks. Washington ain't smacking folks enough for me.
Them ain't the type of players y'all got. Y'all got the type of players that gonna make the for sure tackle, or they gonna finesse tackle. They gonna wrap them legs. That's how they stay healthy. But I see that they get the job done. And they swarm the ball, so it's like that. That's what was most great to see about defense. For
Hey Ray, so what was the positive out of this for you, my man?
I'm gonna shock a lot of people with this one, bro. But it was Eric Bieniemy. I'm gonna tell you why. One is you saw when they weren't playing well, he got in their face, bro. Last year Scott Turner was up top.
True.
You know what I mean? He rallied his guys. He never gave up on them. And he lit into him when he needed to, man. That's a leader right there. Also, the use of the tight end is going to be big for this team. Sam Howell needs that, and I think Eric Bieniemy is going to bring that element to this offense. Eric Bieniemy is going to be one of the keys to this team being a different team in terms of their record, making the playoffs. I think we already said maybe 11-win team. Last year, they let some games get away. I think this year with the tight end usage, we saw not Derek Forrest, I'm sorry. We saw Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson ran the ball late. Punishing, and also he had his young quarterback calm. I think Eric Bieniemy was the MVP for the coaches today, bro. I'm going MVP for everybody right now because I'm just feeling like this is a big game, man.
Hey, what I told you that when you asked about the run, like should they run more? I said it's gonna be a balance for sure. It's it's like he don't depend on the run. He uses it when he want to use it, and that's what makes it dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it did work towards the end. I mean, they did because at first I wanted him to run early. I was like, man, Sam, turn the ball over. Like, can we calm this down? And I like Sam, and so I don't want nobody to think I'm throwing shade to Sam. I like Sam Howell. Y'all know I think he could be one of them. But I was like, dang, it's just them. It's that type of game. It's starting to rain too. I'm like, just run this dude, man. Just run Brian Robinson. He tough. He about that life.
He did it just right.
Yeah, he did it right though. It worked at the end. It sure did. Hey, Glenn, how would you? What was your main positive out of this game for you?
Main positive about this game to me was that they were able to move the ball down the field. They was able to move the ball. You wanted to see them move the ball, and that's one thing that you saw. This offense has potential. It's kind of a positive, but / negative, and I know you ain't get. He was hitting receivers; they just wasn't catching balls early. If you go back to there was a lot of drops early on.
You're talking about Logan Thomas. That's what you're talking about.
Well, I'm not saying no names, man. I'm keeping it straight right now. I'm saying no names right now.
Call him out, bro.
I told you. You told me to keep it positive. I'm keeping, but this ain't the negative segment. I'm keeping it positive right now.
All right, facts.
But yeah, so they was dropping balls early, but he was hitting them in the hands, and that's what I like. That fact that Sam Howell was willing to stay in the pocket and throw the ball. And I say this. The other positive was the offensive line early, not late, but the offensive line early. At the beginning of the game was on point.
Yeah, positive for me is obvious. I mean, I'm gonna go Montez Sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just dominant. Like that's a dominating performance, and especially in the contract year when you want that bag. Like this is what you do. Like you show the world like this is what time it is. Especially like what Bree was talking about when your defense needs to make a play, and they made all the splash plays in the end, but it was one dude that was showcasing it more than anybody else, and that was Montez. And have 1.5 sacks. A key fumble, and then knowing that how the team rallied around him when he got to the sideline, knowing that all right, it's time, and then you follow that with Sam Howell getting that running touchdown for the basically to win the game. So for me, it's definitely Montez. In terms of after that, I don't even know, bro. I'm trying to really think about I was so disappointed in his performance. I gonna hold you, but yeah, that's it to me. Montez killed out. He worked out, man. Montez worked out. You know what I'm saying? EB was cool. No, not. EB was cool. I know. I have an issue. We go negative. I know why because I don't blame EB. I blame a particular situation that would ruin his play calling. and ain't EB. Because I think everything he wanted to do happened. You know what I'm saying? Just some people just let him down.
Yeah, I know you talking about Antonio, man. You might
Damn right, I'm talking about Antonio Gibson. That was a touchdown, bro. That was a touchdown drive.
Yeah, he on a short leash, bro. He's on a short leash. Unfortunately.
What did I tell you guys years ago about Antonio Gibson?
The fumble, Bree.
Yeah.
Talking about the fumble.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you up
that
7-6.
That was a great drive though.
That was a great drive. I know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's not EB
fault. Got together. Everything was mixing.
It was clicking. It wasn't EB
fault.
fault.
He did get uppercutted though. He got chin checked. he got chin.
Bro, he always get chin checked. He always get chin checked. We can't keep doing that, man. We can't keep doing that, man.
But I'm saying, you're converting a wide receiver who's not used to get hit into a running back who's running through trenches. I said that years ago that he's not a true NFL running back, but we keep trying him at running back because I don't think he can hang on to the football. And guess what? You didn't see him back in the game anymore after that. You don't fumble the football in the league. And we saw that years ago with him fumbling the football late. He won't get it. He will have a very short leash this year. It's not under Scott Turner or anybody else. His leash is short, unlike years past.
No, it's a good question. Like, so, Bree, you experienced Eric Bieniemy. That's a good question. Like, so when a player like that has a key fumble like that, how does Eric Bieniemy like respond to that type of player? Does he kind of coddle him? You say everything gonna be all right, or bro, stop effing up?
I mean, I can't speak on that personally because I'm not on that side of the ball with him.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? From my experience and me seeing him, like he do what he need to do to get him back and get his head straight, to get him back in the game. You feel me? But that play was tough. Like, you feel me? From a defensive stand, we built to punch those balls out. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't do that in that moment.
No, I totally agree. So I'm gonna start with you, Bree. So, Bree, you have a lot of positives to say about this team. You said you like this team, but what were some of the negatives for you in this game? Watching this game, what's some of the negatives for you?
It was just the breakdown of the O line, and mid in the game. They were chopping at his feet. He didn't really had chances. Early on, he showed poise. He showed him time that he really can produce. And you feel me? And also, he wasn't just keying on one receiver. He hit everybody. He shared the ball with them, all his receivers when he did have time to make those plays, and he made some great throws that you thought was going the other way, but he really squeezed it in and got it in and made something of the drive, like especially on the one when they fumbled the rock, the 7 cut that he threw on the sideline to get him going. But I feel like in that aspect of it, like that's the only thing that they will have to clean up is the little kinks on offensively, defensively. Like it's really no negatives to say. The run was killing them in the beginning, but they eventually killed the run. Like they eventually shut that down once they did their adjustments. And passing wise, they didn't really gain another year. It was Josh Dobbs, but at the same time, it's like they played what competition that they had to play today, and they
True. Ray, what would you say is your negative?
I'm more laid back now in my 40s. You know, I'm more of a chill dude, you know. But, you know, when it comes to sports, bro, you played with me in the past. I'm a rah-rah dude, man. And I feel like Arizona had way more energy than Washington.
They did.
And that bothers me. And Coach Rivera with the arms crossed, in a way, I like the fact that at halftime he said, we ain't had a turnover, we'll be up, basically. He said, so we just got to clean that up, we'll be fine. But I feel like EB's taking more of the leadership role of getting that guys like, okay, let's get it together, let's go out here and let's beat the team we're supposed to beat, as opposed to him just standing there with his arms crossed. While Arizona, they striking, they getting up, they high-fiving, they were hype and they had all the momentum. Thankfully, the defense got that turnover. But if not, man, when is Coach Rivera, for me, this is me personally, when is he going to be that dude to get his squad together? When they losing, he's terrible. He's throwing coaches and players under the bus. He don't know how to talk to the media. When they're winning, he's cool to like take. They always show him after wins in the locker room, after like a winning streak or something.
Yeah, I got you.
He's giving out game balls. I want to see him get his football team to a place where they just have that dog where people fear to come in FedEx Field. Right now, people ain't going to fear that or fear this team, which they should, because that defense is nice enough, just like Bree been talking about. The defense got enough ballers. The offense got the best receiving core, like I said, in the league, in my opinion. Why are you seemingly so soft? I'm not saying they soft. I'm not trying to disrespect you. Just saying. Like, Arizona, they had me like, dang. Like they
were hype, bro. No, real talk. They was hype. Arizona was hype. It's about that life, bro.
The
It's about
energy
that life.
bothers me, bro. You should never get down.
That's where the enemy come in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know, but he's not the head coach. That's what I'm saying. I like the enemy doing it though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like he's supposed to be a head coach, and he's an assistant coach. Like
100.
He making like moves, but at this time he's the assistant to the head coach. So he assists his head coach. That's what he do. His energy gonna bring that to those players, and that's what Washington need. He's gonna put the dog in them. Eventually, over time, you're gonna see like they just had to get a taste of winning again.
There it is.
There you go.
I hope so.
Hey, yeah, me too, man. Me too. Hey, Glenn, what about you, bro? Negatives, man.
Another game without a 100-yard rusher. Another game without a 100-yard rusher. In this league, if you want to win, you got to get a 100-yard rusher. I mean, they won the day, right? But you have to be able to run the football. They ran it late. It was able to control the clock. But again, you played the Arizona Cardinal offense that couldn't move the football. You take away the 2 turnovers, Washington was going to win this game outright. You have to be able to run the football, and Washington wasn't able to do that today. Brian Robinson only had 59. They only had 92 yards total, right? 28 carries for 92 yards as a team running the football. They have to get better at running the football, and that's a negative for me.
Cool. For me, dumb turnovers, man. I'm not a fan of dumb turnovers. Like you driving Gibson, like you don't fumble the ball there, bro. Like I don't even care. Like, damn it, run Robinson then. I saw like just run Robinson. That dude has been reliable, bro. Like he's been reliable. Like Gibson, like that's the problem. You got to stop doing that because it's all about momentum in this league. You know what I'm saying? Like once you give a team hope, I don't care in any sport. Once you give somebody hope that's an underdog and you keep them around, they gonna believe. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop on their necks early. So you got an opportunity to go up 14-6. You go up 14-6. You know what I'm saying? Like you make them feel like, all right, man, you know what? Like this, we supposed to be tanking. Let's play like we tanking. Now it's like, nah, we can beat this squad. You know what I'm saying? Like we can beat this squad. You got to take that soul out early. So for me, it's dumb turnovers. Sam Howell at times holding the football a little bit too long. Like throw the ball away. You don't got to be a hero, bro. Throw the football away. That fumble happened because you was trying to be a hero. And I get it. Like that's some of the things I like about you, that you are a dog. Like you ain't scared to like make a play. But in a situation like that, throw the ball away. There's nothing to lose out of that situation, nothing to win out of that situation. Excuse me. So in a play like that, and also like if for Sam Howell too, man, bro, you gotta stop taking them dumbass hits. Excuse my language, but dumb hits, bro. Them things that you gonna hurt yourself killed out there, man. Like I thought he had a concussion the first hit. I really did. I thought like he looked a little wobbly. Right? I ain't lying though, bro. I ain't lying. He looked a little out.
They look a little glassy. They look glassy.
2 times, bro. I'm saying he looked a little out.
But you saw him start sliding after that, though. He started sliding after that hit. Welcome to the league. He started sliding after that.
So Glenn, you got any comments, my man?
Yeah, we got some comments, man. We got some comments from my man George, man. I'm gonna throw this one up first, because I gotta give George some props here. He wanted to shout out Breeland real quick.
Okay. Class of Washington, my man, was trying to scream in my head at all when you got an interception in the Super Bowl and won a ring. That's what's up, George. That's what's up. All right, but here's another comment from George that George brought up, man. It says this. All right, defense getting lit up right out of halftime. Sam Howell spin moves under pressure. One of those things he has to get out of his game. Linebackers were anonymous. I thought Jamin had a play in the beginning. I thought Jamin was okay in the beginning. I won't say that he was. I thought Jamin showed out more than Barton. I'll say that much. I mean, we were going to like be honest. I thought Jamin wasn't. I don't think Jamin was bad. I think he was around the football. I don't have his stats in front of me in terms of how many tackles he had, but I thought
I'm not going to react to the first game, but George did put a comment up there about Coach Rivera too, huh?
Jamin had 6 tackles today.
6 tackles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jamin was the one though that did have some energy to start the game. Though he looked like he was ready. But think about this: you got Champ Bailey in the building. You got all these ex-players. Like the stadium is crowded. Why are you lacking energy? Again, it comes back to me. No, for real. Look at what George said. He just said he looked like Coach Rivera is thinking he's gone no matter what happens this year, man. So I'm still trying to figure that part out. I'm just saying. But I'm not going to go in the linebacking core because it's just week 1, bro. It's no time to overreact.
Nah, I do think that, you know what I'm saying, that having a Chase Young would have been good for this game. They would have more energy in this game.
He was doing all the chilling on the sideline, dog.
Oh, like when you had Chase on the field, that's energy.
Glenn, you stay giving AG a pass, but you don't give Chase a pass.
I know.
I never gave AG.
What you say?
I've always said
Bree,
Bree,
what you say, Bree?
Play. That's scary.
You said he didn't even play, right?
I know. Exactly.
Bree, see what I'm saying? Players no ballers. That's what I want to say. Players no ballers. That's what I want to tell all the folks who hate on Chase Young. Players no ballers. You got a dude right here that's telling y'all that Chase can go. That's all I'm gonna say. Players no ballers, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I don't give no pass. I mean, Chase is a baller. He's a
baller. He hurt.
Yeah, he hurt. He got like a neck injury, but they mad over here. They acting like the neck injury ain't real. You know how this market is sometimes.
The same doctors, that wouldn't clear Chase.
Oh, I know you know.
the same doctors that wouldn't clear Chase, they cleared Sam Howell to go back in that game. Just saying, bro.
No lies told. No lies told. No lies.
All I can do is throw my hands up on that. Just
we got any more questions, Glenn? Or we done for right now?
No questions right now, man. But I do. We brought up Chase Young, man, and Bree alluded to it. The defense played well, and they didn't have Chase Young. So can you imagine? I put a poll on Twitter. How would you grade the defense without Chase Young today? I mean, how? Because you had Chase, you had the superstar back to the piece. Because Montez balled out today. Montez played like he was trying to earn his contract today, right? Montez played like, you know what, pay me my money now. And you got one who's on the sideline. Now, some say they can keep both, but Montez is playing like, yo, if you want to choose one, pick me.
Why we gotta choose one though?
Is the best.
Yeah.
but I'm not saying that. You know how this league is, though. I mean, it's like the guy who's playing and who's performing and producing is the one everybody talks about. And we was talking. We didn't tell you when you talk about the broadcast, right? You ain't say Jonathan Allen's name. You didn't say Deron Payne's name. You mentioned Montez and Sweat's name who came first. Defensive person that came out your mouth. Yeah, so if you think we're talking to Montez Sweat, Chase is on the sideline. The league got to spend money, and they know they need to spend money on offensive linemen because the offensive linemen didn't look good today.
Yeah. I'm
not bringing controversy up, but those are valid questions.
You are bringing controversy up. Don't try to play that thing off. Don't try to play that thing off. I mean, if you're going to choose, keep the buck. If you're going to choose between, I've always said this, regardless of your draft status, right? In terms of what you've done in the league, like Montez has been the dude. Like I'm not gonna ever that's what I'm saying. Forget he's been the dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's young and talented. But I do think because you got a young rookie quarterback on a rookie deal, that you can still do it all. You can do whatever. You can keep both and get an offensive lineman if you wanted to. You can draft the offensive lineman. You're in a situation to draft the offensive lineman. So that's what I'm saying. Like you can do all of that. Because you got a rookie dude under a deal. You got a bunch of other dudes under rookie deals as well anyway. So you can still keep Chase and Montez and get an O-line.
That's what I would do.
Right?
I don't know why we have to choose between both. Why?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Because people try to create drama. That's why. Exactly. I see you, Glenn. You ain't slick.
No, I'm not creating drama. You don't think people are talking about that right now?
Oh, of course they are. Of course they are.
I'm saying to interview on that conversation, if I had to choose one of the two, though, I would choose Sweat.
You choose Sweat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying, yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all this, bro.
He's available.
My bad.
He always available, to be real with you. And he always he secretly do his thing. Like, you feel me? Athletically, Cuz got the talent, but he's just not there. You feel me?
What you about to say, Ray?
I want to ask y'all this, all three of y'all. So, is there any chance that this team said we're gonna hold without Chase because we playing the Cardinals? We'll keep him for Russell Wilson on the road next week, but it's the Cardinals. We know their situation. I'm not gonna put my man out there. I want him to be fully healthy and against a team that's probably more talented. That's what I think happened. Even though that was probably a mistake, as we just saw today. But still, I'm assuming that because he looked like, by all indications, he could have played. He practiced. He was able to warm up. I feel like that's why they held him out, because they feel like they could get this W without him, and then they'll have him fully healthy back for next week.
I mean, some reports are the doctors was like he can't. They advised him not to play.
That's probably ideal.
Yeah, that's ideal.
I'm telling you.
But I mean, so I'm saying reportedly, allegedly. The doctors were like, they said they advised him to be in practice, but they advised him not to play in games right now. So take it like baby steps. That was the word. Like the word. I do believe that, but he's not supposed to. The reports are he's not supposed to play against the Broncos either, though. So they're saving him for Josh Allen. That's the third game, right? The Buffalo Bills are the third game, or the Eagles, right? The Buffalo Bills. So the word is they saving him for Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Russ ain't even looking that good either. So keep it a buck. So I ain't gonna. You may want to save him.
I would do that.
You do it too. You would save him for
I would do it. I'm saying. Today was a test to see how the defense would play without him. Like, it was a risk, but it panned out.
Yeah.
And if they continue to improve and develop how they are, we don't need him right now. We wait until we really need him later in the year. Like, why risk his health now when we can save him then?
I hope he balls, man. I hope he balls.
Do.
He just don't look like he gonna be here no more, though, man.
Nah, he won't be here. I'm gonna tell you, like Bree. So I was telling like Ray and them like about this whole Chase thing, which bothers me, like because we joke around, Bree, and like you know this town, right? You know how they can do you. No facts. I'm kidding, but know how they can do you. And Chase is kind of experiencing the same thing.
It'd be a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, but Chase is experiencing the same thing here. That's the thing. He's experiencing the same thing. So it's like it gets to that point where you're like, I do hope he ball out. I hope he gives them no reason for them, so for that particular section of folks to say like, all right, because if they're like, oh, we shouldn't re-sign him and we shouldn't bring him back. We should trade him. I hope he does as soon as he plays and he touches the field and does what he's supposed to do. I want them folks to eat crow because I want them to go back on their word. Like I'm here for it. I'm here for that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because they're ready for it. So to Ray's point, like I hope he does ball out. Because, I hope he ball out because they ready for the other side. They ready for him not to ball out. You know what I'm saying? Like they ready for him not to ball out.
You got another question from George, man.
They always gonna do that though. You just gotta. You can't slip. You gotta know that.
True. Here's another question.
You gotta know that though.
This is a question for you, Bree. If Kyler Murray was playing today, would Arizona have won?
Ooh.
I don't think so. I think it would. I mean, it'd be a different type of game. They'd probably be able to do more. But still, though, I feel like the outcome would have been what it was. If Washington would have figured out a way to still win the game, it wouldn't have been a blowout or anything like, but it's still been close.
Cool. All right, so Bree, before we let you go, man, like just watching this team from this first game, what are your overall thoughts on them in terms of the totality of the season? Do you think this team could be a playoff team, or is it still a work in progress? I
mean, I feel like it's still a work in progress. You can't really say who your quarterback is off the first game. We see how he do next week against Denver, and then once you get to like a Buffalo Bills and that type of team, how you would stand then? It's like then you understand what type of team and direction that is headed to.
Hey man, Bree,
if they improve off of what they did today in those type of games, I would say they are.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Watch the fans need to hear that. That's good. Because a fan like me, I need to hear that too. Because I was kind of annoyed by this game. Hey, Bree, man, thanks for being on, my man, bro. Before we let you go, how can folks catch on social media? What you got going on? Pop, like I always tell you, promote anything you want to promote right now, bro.
32Land6. That's my IG. Y'all can follow me on that. You feel me? Check out music. That type of stuff, man. It's like I'm just sitting back low right now. Just chilling.
Okay. All right, man.
Yeah, let me follow you. Let me follow you on Instagram, man. I'm on Instagram now.
Bro, you don't even. Okay, no, I ain't going to get on this dude.
About to follow you right now, bro.
This dude. I ain't going to get on this dude. Oh man, my man Ray. I ain't going to get on you, bro.
I just followed you, bro.
All right, Bree, man. All right, Bree, take it easy, man. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, yeah, that's Bree, man. That was dope, man. But so real quick, I'll ask you three the same questions. Does this game change your mind on what you think this team can do? And I'll start with you, Glenn.
I think you keep building on it. I think you keep building on what you're doing. There was some signs of there was moments of good football, right? There was moments on some breakdowns, right? Early on, the offensive line was holding their own, and Sam Howell had time to throw the football. There was times where it broke down. So you got to find out, why did it break down? What would the Arizona Cardinals defense doing to make it break down? We saw more of an edge rusher type thing against them. Running the ball, they was able to run early, but when you're not, and they was able to run early and get some yards. And defensively, they're solid. They didn't break, right? Arizona had no receiver over 100 yards today, right? The top receiver for the Arizona Cardinals had 3 catches, right? Top receiver, Zach Ertz had the most catches with 6.
Yeah.
Our top receiver had 3 catches for 33 yards, right? I mean, you hold receivers to 33 yards, and that's the most yards by any person who can catch a pass was 33. So the secondary did well. Rushing yards, the Arizona Cardinals only had 96 as a whole team. So you kept the whole team defensively under 100 yards rushing. So again, just build on top of those things. And when Chase Young comes back, you can even build on it some more. Offensively, they just need to add more firepower to what they're doing, and we'll see that as the weeks go along. I did like the screen game today. Screen game was good.
Yeah, that bogus non-first down. Go ahead, though. I'm still annoyed at that play. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, you good, man. No, you good.
No, Ray, what about yourself, bro? Like, did it change the outlook?
I still feel like my prediction is intact in terms of them winning around 11 games. I'm confident that, like Glenn said, you can build from this. This was a great test today, and we had a question with Breeland when he left. But I do think that it's going to be very similar to some past years, because you're just still getting acclimated to a new offensive coordinator, where it's going to be some games that's going to mess with your heart a little bit. You know, today I saw the predictions. Wole, you said 37-7 was going to be the final score.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I want to feel good at halftime. No. What I'm saying is, a lot of their games, no matter who they play, I don't care if they play Philly, Buffalo, Kansas City, they're going to be competitive, and it's going to be like, oh, can we pull this out? Because that's the type of squad that they have. Like Bree said, they don't have necessarily strikers on defense, but they're going to make tackles. So I don't see them blowing a lot of people out. We see that they're better offensively. The turnovers really hurt. So I'm cool with thinking this team is going to be a playoff team and win somewhere around 10 or 11 games.
Yeah, I don't know. I think now, like, I have to think about how many games I think this team can win. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a believer in you dominate the bad teams. And this dude Dobbs he's basically off the streets, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's off the streets. So I don't expect their offense to be lightning, to be thorough. I really didn't expect their offense to be thorough. I wasn't a fan of the tackling. I think the defense needs to be better. Granted, Montez made big plays, but I thought like Connor and even Hollywood Brown, more, like, when they got the ball, like, they weren't brought down immediately. Like, there were missed tackles, missed interceptions. Like, if you want to be a dominant defense, how many interceptions did they drop? Percy Butler dropped an interception. Cam Curl dropped an interception. You got it. Like those are plays that if you make, this team has no hope. Now, granted, we could talk about the turnovers that Washington made with Sam Howell and Sam Howell's turnover and Gibbs' turnover. But if your defense gets those turnovers, the game could be far different. The reason why they got Emmanuel Forbes is because they wanted more turnovers. Instead of having 2 turnovers, they could have had 4. I mean, 2 turnovers. They could have had 4, and they dropped it. I just feel like this defense could have been more dominant. Offense. They were sloppy. They could have been more sharp. To be honest with you, offensive line was bad, but that's something that we all knew was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So it's something that I think Coach Bieniemy, he wants to throw the football. He wants to do what he was doing in Kansas City, but he may have to run the ball a little bit more, because that offensive line, as we've seen in the preseason, and even the players they brought in, we were like, this could be a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're going to see better defensive lines. We're in that division where defensive lines are everywhere in the NFC East. You got Dallas; they got a mean defensive line. The Giants have a mean defensive line. The Eagles have a mean defensive line. So you're going to see better defensive lines than that you saw in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to see far better players than what you saw in Arizona. So the goal, granted, a win is a win. It's hard to win on any Sunday. But, yeah, my outlook on it is a little different. I'm like, I'm almost back to that 9-win type thing right now. You know what I'm saying? But they can surprise me, and things can change weekly. But from this game, I'm like, this is a 9-win type of team from this game. Like, it's not anything better than that to me, because you got to be sharp. At least be sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't beat yourself. Like, and then they were beating themselves. And Ray, we talk about this on any other sport that we do and we cover or we talk about, like bad teams beat themselves. Like Washington would put them in a situation to beat themselves. You know what I'm saying? The problem was they played another bad team, which helped them not beat themselves as bad as poorly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, they gotta be better. Like,
I think you're overreacting.
No, I'm being real. Like
I mean, in terms of you gonna change your win trajectory over after.
Damn right I am. I gotta be I gotta be real to the people. I can't give you I can't be stubborn. I gotta be real to the people. Like what I see out there. Like if I see something all right, Ray, I'll go into the season. We go into the season. It's an unknown for everybody. What did George say?
7-9.
7-9.
It's 7-10 now,
7-10.
George. Remember,
so George 7-10. They look like a 7-10.
I'll let you say your piece. I'll let you say your piece, and I'll go.
Oh no, I'm pretty much done. You go ahead, bro.
Okay, so one thing is, and Glenn, you can attest to this. George, you as well, and anybody else watching.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera teams typically get tougher as the season goes on, right?
Very true.
Now, you have a different offensive coordinator. You have a young quarterback. You're just getting started. Can you say, or is it safe to say, Wole, that you and many others overreached this week? Like, the way y'all were kind of like, it's going to be a shellac, and we going to smack them on the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, y'all
Obviously,
overreached. Now y'all scaling back stuff. It's like, hold on, you overreached to begin with. This team is going to be good, but I told you, don't expect them to come out and just beat people like they stole something. This is not the greatest show on turf. This is a team that's trying to gain continuity. So it's going to take time. After one game, I would not necessarily pull back on your initial prediction because it's a good prediction. Because this team is strong defensively and they have stars on offense and a potentially strong running game. The offensive line, yes, is an issue, and I agree with that. But I think this team is good enough to compete with any team in the league because they do it every single season. Very rarely last year did they just get the brakes beat off them. I can't think of any game you like, all right, the 49ers game was the one game I'm like, they ain't got no chance. But this is different. This is a different team, a different coordinator. It's a new regime, man. And I think we need to remember that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Ray, man. I think each week they may get better. I'm not going to change my win total yet. I think I said 10-7, right? So I'm not going to go backslide. I think they're backsliding and renege on what I said, 10-7, right? But I think
spades will renege.
Right. But I think this team, each week with each win, they'll get momentum, right?
Yeah.
With each week, the old line will get better. With each snap, Sam Howell is going to get a little bit better.
I agree.
Got to throw in the conditions today. Some of the balls might have been wet. You know what I'm saying? That some of the receivers dropped. The one that he threw behind Terry McLaurin, right?
Yeah.
And week 3, he might hit that. But
yeah, that's true.
And so it's week 1. We got to think he is a rookie. I'm going to go rookie quarterback.
No, he's a rookie quarterback. That's fair.
There are going to be some ups and downs with him. So we got to be as fans or as reporters or whatever you want to call it, got to understand that you're going to have some moments with this team. You're going to pull your hair out. But I think this team with the defense, if the defense can keep the offense in games, if defense can cause turnovers, like everybody was talking about, this team need to cause more turnovers, and they keep giving this offense a short field, they'll be able to put up points like they did today. And Joey Slide made his kicks today, right?
Joey been good, bro. Joey was good in preseason. Joey's been good.
Joey been kicked good, but also even the kickoffs, Joey didn't give a team opportunity to return the ball. And Tressway was able to put in deep. So they had to win on every aspect of the game in order to win games, because today was not just a defense. Today was a team effort, because the last punt Tressway had really flipped the field. So
I would say Jamison Crowder was way better than Dax Mills too.
Yes,
he's way better. Jamison Crowder was way better.
Think about this.
Go ahead, Ray.
Think about this. There was no 3 and out until somewhere in the third quarter, which shows. I mean, again, the turnovers hurt. Antonio Gibson really screwed himself today. I know we already discussed it, but
facts.
That really made things bad, because trust me, if you don't fumble there and you score, then we're having a different discussion. Well, you feeling good. You feeling good right now.
I totally agree with you. As soon as that happened, I was like, this dude here. I knew it as soon as he did it.
Sam Howell, you said get rid of the ball. Small stuff, man.
Yeah.
It could have turned this into a blowout like y'all predicted initially. So I'm not bashing you, but what I'm saying is,
you right.
I think just being cautious about the outlook in terms of thinking that they're just going to be this juggernaut right away. It's going to take some time to build to that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, man, hopefully we get Bree on consistently. I told him, like, you know what I'm saying, we're trying to get him on a few post-game shows. You know what I'm saying? So no doubt. As an expert. So real quick, hey, make sure y'all subscribe to our podcast on what we got. Hold on. Can't keep I agree. I agree.
He on a short leash, like Glenn said.
Yeah, I
he on
agree.
a short leash.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Again, he lost his spot. It's over. It's over. It's over. He ain't coming back. It's over. Hey, real quick.
I think Gibson, they ain't gonna put Gibson back there now.
He may not either. Ray, real talk. Like, I don't know if you can trust him back doing returns too. Real talk. That's not a lie. Hey, subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Just search All Burgundy and Go Everything. Also tweet us at ABG_everything. Hit us up on IG at ABG_everything. I like our All Burgundy and Go Everything Facebook page. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our All Burgundy and Go Everything YouTube channel. Hit the red subscribe button. Like this video and like a bunch of other videos we got. We got a playlist with this, so like the playlist as well. Hey, this has been a great show, man. This has been dope. First game of the season. I'm glad Washington won. I'm not happy the way they won. I won't lie to y'all. Hopefully they up. Their next game is the Denver Broncos. Hopefully there's a better performance. I don't even need a win. I think the better performance. All I care is a better performance. A win be great. I mean, let me not. A win is better than a bad performance in a win. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Take your fandom out of it.
Get a win. No, Ray, I'm not Ray. Ray, you know me for years, dog. I'm way better than I used to be. So don't even hold me.
I'm not denying that at all. Hey, just to respond to George real quick. Listen, man, I'm frustrated with some things with the team that I root for outside of the show. So, yes, wins are good though, no doubt. Yeah. I'm not. Am I being smug today?
What was the Twitter poll?
I had the same energy during the week and to now.
Yeah, go ahead, Glenn. What'd you say?
No, I said, what was the result of the poll that you put out there about the grade? What did the fans say?
Great. Let me see. That's good.
Yeah, what does fans say that? What grade?
Let me look at this right now.
It's two polls, right? I know it was
like two of them. There's two of them.
Yeah, two polls out there. Let's see what the fans said.
All right, here we go. Let me hit it. All right, here we go. Let me go with the first poll, the one we did initially. It says, what would you grade the Commanders' performance? 62% has a C.
Okay.
18. The second is 18 with the D. B is 17. 3% B. I mean 3%. I mean an A for 3% for an A. I don't know how y'all give it an A.
I don't know how you get an A.
I don't know how y'all get an A. Y'all tripping on that one. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. In terms of the grade without Chase Young defense, 47% has a B. Had a B. 21% says C, and 32% had A. I don't even know how you. Okay, it thought it'd be a B or A for me. It wouldn't even be I wouldn't have C in the equation, to be honest.
I'm looking forward to next week, bro.
I can't wait to Chase plays, man. For a real talk, you know what I'm saying? Folks are making me a big Chase fan. I was not a Chase fan.
I'm waiting for him to play too.
Me too, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to Chase play, bro.
Glenn is crazy.
I know Glenn doing. Glenn's hilarious. He's hilarious, man. Oh man, you're too funny, man. Anyway, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in. You've been listening to All Burgundy and Go Everything, powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM, Hopewell, Virginia, for ages. You dig? Deuces. Peace out, folks.